19 years of coffee cups, school runs and sleepless nights, holding hands through hospital halls, believing we'd survive. I built my world with calloused hands, brick by brick, dream by dream. I thought forever lived inside those vows we used to speak. I didn't know I was the only one who meant them. You called it love, I called it home. I called you my best friend. I never counted what I gave, because that's not how love is spent. Then one day the language changed. The marriage I had died in a conversation you had apparently finished long before I knew it was ending. And while I was learning how to breathe through heartbreak, you had already taught yourself how not to miss me. How do you bury your future that's still alive inside your chest? How do you silence the echo of forever when forever left? I broke into pieces I couldn't recognize, but somewhere beneath the wreckage a heartbeat survived. I wasn't finished yet. The papers came, cold signatures replacing promises. The ink dried quickly. I heard you had someone waiting before the story had an end. While I was learning how to sleep alone, you had already begun again. People said move on, as if grief had an appointment, as if fathers could simply decide not to miss bedtime stories, not to miss soccer games, not to miss tiny hands wrapped around their fingers, as if half a heart could function normally. But the deepest wound wasn't losing you, it was hearing silence, where my children's laughter used to live. How do you bury a future that's still alive inside your chest? How do you survive the distance from the ones you love the best? I broke into pieces, too shattered to disguise, but somewhere beneath the ashes a father's love survived. I wasn't finished yet. There were whispers, manipulations, stories told behind closed doors, children caught between adult wars they never asked for, and every missed embrace felt like another funeral. But love doesn't stop, because access becomes difficult. A father's heart doesn't resign, so I fought, not with hatred, not with revenge, but with documents, phone calls, prayers, and exhausted tears. I fought because love stays, even when it's inconvenient, even when it's expensive, even when nobody applauds. To my children, if you ever wondered why I kept knocking, it wasn't pride, it wasn't stubbornness, it was love. I saw your first breaths, heard your first words, held you through nightmares. Nothing on earth could teach me how to stop being your father. Nothing. I couldn't bury the future, so I learned to build again. I learned that broken people can become whole men. I learned love isn't measured by what somebody can take, and to find the man staring back when I look in the mirror tonight. I wasn't finished, I wasn't defeated, I wasn't abandoned by tomorrow. I survived. Now, for the first time in years, the sunrise doesn't frighten me. I no longer search for approval from someone who never truly saw me. I know who I am, a father, a survivor, a man capable of loving deeply without losing himself. One day there will be a woman who chooses my hand, not because of what I provide, but because of who I am. One day there will be a love that doesn't keep score, a marriage built with two hearts facing each other instead of one carrying both. And when that day comes, I won't arrive empty-handed. I'll bring the pieces I fought to recover, the wisdom carved by sorrow, the strength born from surviving, and the certainty that after everything I lost, I was never finished. I was just beginning.